luckily, it's still going to be hot tomorrow, but not nearly as hot as today. Today was dangerous heat. We had that heat advisory. Right now, not too bad out there. We've had a little bit of cooler weather come through. Some gusty winds came out of the north a little bit earlier with a cold front and cleared things out. A little bit of fog, especially up near Tappahannock, but in general, especially once the wind sets in tonight, even more, it should tend to scour all that away. Well, definitely we'll get rid of all of that fog. Right now, a little bit of light rain here locally. You get back out into sort of interior parts of South Side, down into North Carolina. That's where we have more significant precipitation, roughly in the yellows, around a ½ inch an hour. Some of where it goes from yellow to a little bit of orange is roughly, 4/5 of an inch an hour. And then in these areas here with the red, upwards of 2.5 or more inches per hour. So still some heavy rain in North Carolina that is sliding to the south. The winds came through very gusty. Now they're calm, waiting for the actual front to come through. So we're still warm, 80 degrees, the dew point of 76, anything over 75. We don't even have it on the scale. I mean, it rarely gets up near 80 around here. That is very tropical. I talked about the reading running high here across the region in the official airport site. I think you can see what I'm talking about. 96, 97, 98 here, basically all the 7 cities checking in mid to upper 90s. That airport reading, I wish they'd fix that thermometer, but it officially got to a quote 101 today. Tonight, 76, some scattered storms, a couple still strong early, mainly in North Carolina. In general, very quickly diminishing areas of precipitation. Tomorrow morning, starting off muggy, warm, and then actually the front lifts back through again late in the day and triggers a few more isolated showers and storms versus what we had today, meaning fewer of them. But still, some areas are going to get wet. Leads to another warm evening tomorrow, and then with a front coming through on Thursday, we expect to see a few isolated to scattered showers again during the afternoon, but cooler weather on the south side of this front, definitely setting up for Thursday and even into Friday as well, although the rain chances stick around. You can see that line of showers and storms moving to the south, so scattered showers gradually diminishing. A few still probably not strong, but heavy downpours down to the south. Temperature by morning 76. Tomorrow 87, much less hot, but a few isolated storms are again likely. And then tomorrow night, a couple of storms early, 73 by morning, muggy and warm. And then the 7-day forecast, 84 on Thursday. Still about a third of us getting wet. And then on Friday, about 1 out of every 5 areas, 20% risk of some isolated showers, even cooler. Then we heat up Saturday and Sunday with not much rain Sunday, but Saturday a few more of these scattered isolated showers.
All right, thanks, Jeff.